I'm Day Wilson, and I'm going to show you how to use KitchenAid mixers. Specifically, I'm going to introduce you to the 5-quart. This is my favorite to use in the kitchen. I find that the 5-quart are the most versatile. They do have larger and smaller stand mixers, but the 5-quart are the most popular, and for good reason. They're just a general workhorse. Now you can see that I have two here, and while this one looks larger, the bowls are actually both 5-quart. I'm going to show you the differences between the two. This is considered the tilt head model, and that's because the top tilts back. It gives you easy access for putting on attachments. You can get into the bowl easily to scrape it while you're working. And so if you're looking for models and they're called a tilt head, this is what they look like. Now this one is called a bowl lift. And what happens here is you put on your attachments, and using this lift lever, it brings the bowl up so that the attachments are in contact. So let's go over the attachments a little bit. Every KitchenAid mixer is going to come with 3 particular attachments. It's going to come with a dough hook, and this is used for yeast breads. You're making pizza, baguettes, sourdoughs, any kind of a yeast dough, and you're going to reach for this dough hook. Probably the attachment that's used most commonly is this one right here, which is sometimes referred to as a flat beater. Sometimes it's called a flat paddle. Now you'll see that I have 3 different ones, and I'm going to explain this to you in a moment. The mixers typically come with this one. This is a plastic coated flat beater, and it's perfectly serviceable, but I actually like to special order the all metal. It's just heavier duty. I do a lot of baking. I use this attachment more than any of them, so I put it through its paces. I think it's worth getting the extra metal one. This one is a new one on the scene. This is the same flat beater, but you can see that it has this flexible rubber edge. And what this is going to help do is scrape the inside of your bowl as it's going around, eliminating having to stop the machine so frequently to scrape down. So this is something you'd have to order extra. Again, if you do a lot of baking, I think it's well worth it. The third attachment that comes with all of the mixers is this, the balloon whip. And this looks like a whisk, right? Very similar, and it's used for the same purpose. It's used for incorporating air. So if you're whipping cream, if you're whipping egg whites, anything where you want to create volume and add air to your mixture, you're going to use the balloon whip attachment. So to use any of the attachments, you would just make sure that this is unlocked. I'm going to first show you on the tilt head model. Bring this back, and they're just going. It's very easy. I mean, you don't have to read instruction manuals. It's going to be very obvious how this goes on, turns, and now it's locked. So you'll have your ingredients in your bowl. This particular tilt head, this artisan mixer, comes with the glass bowl, which is not only kind of retro looking and really attractive just sitting out on your counter, but the other benefit is that you can really see what you're doing. So then you would have your ingredients in your bowl. The tilt head comes down. Always make sure to lock the tilt head into place. And then the speed mechanism, the lever for the speeds, is over on this side. So you always want to start out on the lowest, and then you can increase from there. And that's because if you have flour in particular in the bowl, you don't want it to go flying out. So you would start it slowly. And you can see KitchenAid mixers are known for a planetary action. I mean, basically, it's going around like this. There's like little circles within the big circle, and that's why they mix so effectively. Now, unlock, comes up. To remove it, you're just doing the same thing you did in reverse, and obviously the other attachments attach the very same way. Now this glass bowl, as I mentioned, is really wonderful. It's only been out for a few years. Some of you might be more used to seeing tilt head mixers in your stores or in catalogs with a metal bowl. And this metal bowl would also fit on here. You could have both. I have several bowls. Actually, if you do a lot of baking, I think it's really handy to order an extra bowl and also an extra flat paddle. That way you can keep baking, especially around the holidays if you're doing large batches of things and you have to do things sequentially. So the metal bowl would attach to here as well. This is the tilt head that I'm showing you first. And the one other thing I wanted to show you is this here in the front. So there's a little screw right here over on the side. And what this is for is attachments that don't come with the mixer, but that are available. So you have everything from meat grinder, flour mill, pasta, all kinds of pasta attachments, juicers, and they would attach here. Now I want to show you the 5-quart bowl lift. This is a 5-quart bowl just like this one. You can see it's a slightly different shape. It's a little more rounded. I actually love this model. It's the older model and it's still an amazing machine to work with. Now you can see that when this bowl comes up, it's free floating. It's not attached to the machine on the bottom like this one is. So I'm going to show you how we get the bowl in and out of this machine. So basically, there's an attachment here and there's 2 attachments here. You can see that there are these. This is going to go to the back of the mixer. These are on the side. And so you come in like this, line these up, and then it presses into place, and obviously you know it's in because it's made that really solid sound. So with this one, I'm going to show you how to put the flat beater on. So this one, it's the same thing. The attachments always look like this. This comes in, comes up, twists. I know that it's in place, and now the bowl comes up, and then you would be ready to turn on. And just like with any of the KitchenAid mixers, start out slow, and then when you're done, the bowl comes down, your attachment comes off, and the bowl comes off. And that's it. I'm Dede Wilson, and you can see more information on KitchenAid mixers and my recipes at Bakepedia.com.